Hello and welcome back to my channel. So as you may know by the cover picture or the title, I've got myself a nice little D5. Now this is not brand new. I have had to buy some parts to change it over to the DJI FPV system, but more about that in a bit. I think this is going to be a good one. Get your coffee. See you in a minute. Okay, so got it in the box, really good. I got 3 batteries with it, but more about that later on. So in the box, as you can see there, I've got ND filters. So I got ND filters with it, so I was really happy with that. Let's get the box out of the way. And then I got the D5, and the D5, got it from my mate Corey FPV. He's decided to get rid of these, so I got them a nice little bargain. And this is going to continue to help me do freestyle or cruising or whatever I decide to do. So this has got the 04 inside. So I have got to change the SBUS cable. So that's what we're going to do next. But just quickly run over it. So we've got a strap, battery mount, then the motors. These are 2207E. So pretty good for what I'm going to actually be doing. So I did buy a little adapter. So these parts will be on the website that I create for this. By the time you see this, it'll be live and there'll be a link in the description. So it's got 2 straps for the battery. The battery's quite big, but yeah, that's quite a worry. And then what we have to do, we have to put them, slot them in right. So I'm going to keep them in like that. Hopefully not break them. Let's put it down. Right, so that slots in. I am looking at putting GPS on this just so I can pay attention to whereabouts I am. So if you haven't already, subscribe, because I've already done this, what I'm about to do with the Baby Hawk. That's on my channel as well. It's quite easy to do with this, I hope. Pray, touch wood and all the rest of it. But this is plug and play. Where the Baby Hawk was more fiddly and I had to solder it. So that was a lot of fun setting that up. So hopefully I've learnt enough and this should be pretty straightforward. Or I'm going to eat my words, whichever one. Okay, so now I've got my coffee. If you've been following along, thank you very much. I know I've got to ramble on a little bit, but by now you should have put the SBUS cable in. So as you can see there, I've got my SBUS cable in there. You should have put that in there by now, and you should have downloaded the Beta Flight software, and then you should have also updated the DJI drone air unit to the current firmware. So right, let's get into this. Nice colours down the side. On there you got auxiliaries 1 to 40 and all that, because it's now flight, so it's correct. But what you want to do is you change it over from this was CRSF, and then we want to change that over to SBUS. So just click on SBUS and then save and reboot. And then what that'll do is it will change it over from CRSF to SBUS. And remember, we'll put the cable in there, so it should be communicating. But just in case that don't happen, all these bars will be blank. And you'll see just now, they'll be blank. They was when I was trying to do it. So this is the previous footage before I was actually successful in doing this. So if they're blank, don't panic. Don't go, oh my God, what do I do now? Don't worry. So what we need to do is, we need to load the CLI factory reset into it. So we can go into CLI and then load from file, go to your download, remember where I put it on the 11th, and then I saved it into there, and you'll see the text file there. I'm not going to do it, and then press open, and what that'll do is it will load it into Beta Flight, which then will load it up into the FC of the board. And then that's basically factory resetting it. And then when that's finished, obviously save, and then go back to receiver, wait for it to load, and then that should be like that. If it's not and it's got blank lines, it's still not work. So what you need to do is you need to change the firmware over in the drone. And to do that, go up to firmware, update firmware, top right hand corner, and in there you can press auto detect, and it should auto detect it, which it has. Geprc 7.22, and then that's the new firmware for it. But the current firmware is 5 sorry, 4.5.1. And the way I know that is when you go press connect, go back to the original, it's in the top left there. So just pay attention to that when you plug your drone in. Make sure you're using the right firmware, because you could kill your drone, and that's the last thing you want to do. So go back to firmware update and then let it auto detect. Remember 4.5.1, and in there radio protocol, that'll be CRSF, and then all your other options that you want to add in there. So when I do the GPS is already in there, but it'll be on there as well. And then from there, load firmware online. You'll see it's cached, it's loaded it up, and then flash firmware. I'm not going to do it because it's already done, but that will then flash the firmware onto the drone. And then what will happen is when it's rebooted, so it will reboot. So let's unplug it. So then essentially that is reboot. The firmware is now in, and then when you press on, let's get it to reboot. There we go. And then when you go to auto detect, it will actually say SBUS in there, and then you're like, wow, that's worked. Your controller's not connected to it yet. So the next stage really is to bind the goggles to the drone. So let's do that next. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to plug the drone in with a battery, and I've got the Dogcom 6S 1500 milliamp, and these output continuous power 150C. You can see that at the top. So that's some power. So I'm going to advise you now, before you mess around with the drone, connect the drone to the cable to your computer, which then will put it into like a limp mode. And also, as you've seen just then, is I have not got propellers on this for safety. If you're messing around doing anything indoors with this drone, do not have the propellers on, because if you hit the switch and it goes, it's going to make a mess of anything. So just a bit of a disclaimer, when you're doing this, make sure the propellers are off. And for me, I always make sure it's plugged into Betafly and then it's connected. So what we're going to do is I've got the remote on, and I've also got the goggles, they're switched on. I did have the Baby Hawk out yesterday, so we need to configure this and then bind it. So plug it in. So we're now live. So what we need to do is bind the drone to the goggles and the remote. So before you do anything, get a pen, something simple, and then on the side of the air unit there's a little button. You have to push that in. We've now put it into bind mode and it's flashing red. So let's jump into the goggles. Take my glasses off before I do anything. First thing to do is bind the goggles to the drone, and then you have to bind the remote to the goggles. Now with the version 2 that I had, you had to bind the goggles to the drone and then bind the remote to the drone. Crazy. So it's kind of communicating two different ways to the drone, but with this one, with the new N3, it's only communicating one way, and that's through the goggles, which is okay, but when you start going far out it becomes a bit iffy, because then you've only got one form. You lose video, you lose control of the drone altogether. I don't like the idea of, but anyway, that's for another video. Always keep this in your goggles when you're not using it. Right, let's get it bind, so that, because that's still flashing. So if you just press down on there and then press on status, and then at top right there you can see it's at Air 3. So we're going to move on to the DJI 04 Air Unit Pro 4. So wait for that to switch over. Right, that's now switched over. And then what we're going to do is we're going to keep a finger on there, and you'll see the light's now flashing. That will now bind to the drone, and it's gone green on the side, and it's beeped nicely, and it's now communicating. So we need to make sure the remote is now connected. You can see in the goggles I've got feed now, so I've got voltage, got altitude and everything, so that's really good. I want to see if the remote are communicating to the drone, so we're going to go through this anyway, but you can see at the top there it's jumped into air and then angle, and that's set to that. Okay, before we go any further, I nearly forgot. So to set SBaud Fast, so it's basically lower latency. It's a bit like speed mode. So let's just jump into the goggles quickly and I'll show you where that is. So in the goggles, while the drone is switched on, if you just press your button down on there and then go to settings and then go down to control, and you can see where protocol is SBaud Fast. Make sure that is set to the top setting, and that will give you the lower latency, but we also need to put that into the drone. I'm going to show you that next. Okay, so while we've still got the drone on and now we've turned on SBaud Fast in the goggles, just remember to put that on. This is still switched on, but we need to keep this on so we can do the next stage to check the controller, but we're jumping ahead. So quickly, while the drone is switched on, we need to go into CLI, and yes, I know, just give me a second. So we need to set SBaud Fast. Let's put my goggles on, my glasses on. Right, so in here, so set SBUS underscore baud fast, and then equals on. And then when you press that, it's in there, and then remember to press save. And then the drone's reset, and now that's set. So we can move on to the next stage. And the next stage is really to check the controller, make sure that's working, because put all them settings in. What we're going to do is we're going to go down to beeper. And if we set beeper to auto, I like beeper on stop and start. And I want this set up the same way as I would if I'm flying the Avata 2 or Avata 1. So I'm going to hit that for auto. It's now beeping, and it's also come up in the screen, so we've got aux4 now, so we know that's working. So when we hit it, it jumps over and it's arming it, so we know that's working. We've got that on. And one last thing before we go outside, to say, I've got my bag, my trusty DJI bag. Now, I did a small video, I'll put it in the links again, so I can fasten my baby hawk on the front like so. And then I don't have to worry about taking propellers off and things like the front and that. It's not going to be inside, and I know exactly where it is. Now, D5 sits on there perfectly. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to put another one just there, like so. So that sits nicely. So that's what we're going to do next. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to put that on. I don't think I'm going to video it because I've already done the top one, so there's no point in doing the second one. But if it goes well, there'll be a picture right here of the finished product, fingers crossed, and I'll see you outside in a second. Well, that's surprising how well that handles. That 04 camera is absolutely lush. It just, oh, that is nice. See the video quality already. I like I've got altitude. It's that is lush. That camera, you can see the difference in quality from the 03. It flies really nice. I like how I've got altitude. I ain't gonna worry about that. I am gonna put GPS on this. That is well nice. 3.9 volts. Go down below to the ground. We've got 60 megabytes a second. I normally start dropping as I get here, so still at 60 megabytes a second on video feed. That is amazing. Corey said to punch it, so let's punch it, line it up, go. Holy Jesus. That's nearly 100 meters up. That is nice. Very responsive. massive difference with the 6S as well. Like, I'm used to 4S with the Baby Hawk. It's only 800 milliamp, 850 milliamp I think it is. Sorry about the traffic. It's early morning, so it's quite busy. But I'm used to 850 milliamp, so about 4 minutes in, I'm tanked. I need to come in, but this is nice. Them colours are gorgeous. Hello, Mr. Bird. I'm going to have some fun with this. Wow, wow. Been a bit of a journey getting this in the ear, and I'm glad I persevered with it. It's been a great video. Hope you enjoyed it. We're coming at 3 minutes now, so 3.65 volts, so it's getting to the point where I need to land, which is another subject of mine that's quite interesting, trying to land these things. But this is lush. 3.6 volts, sorry, 3.66 volts at 3.5 minutes. I'm normally now with the Baby Hawk, because I've done it this morning, 2 minutes I'm having to land, purely because it's a smaller battery. But this is just absolutely, it sounds amazing. I don't know if you can hear that. That sounds amazing. Very much a cruising sort of drone, but also it's got the caveat that it can do. That's well nice how that curves around there. There's no wind today, absolutely no wind at all. It's like 8 miles an hour, I think. Try not to get too close to me, but you should be able to hear it. That's sounds a lot like the DJI FPV, the original one. But in comparison, this is nice. A bit nervous flying this, because this is like the second drone I've got that's full manual, and having to, I'm all on my own now. So it's not like the DJI stuff, where the DJI stuff looks after you. You've got your brake button and stuff. This, you're all on your own, and this is nice. I like this. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to shut up, enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one with this D5. This has been amazing.